You're listening to KCAA, your good neighbor along the way.
You just entered the Gotcha Zone. I line up to the start line and get ready to race with your host, Joe Britt. It's time for Gotcha Racing, live on KCAA 1050.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines and get ready for an action-packed, fun-filled hour of everything a motorhead ever loved or lived. Gotcha Racing with Joe Britt. Welcome to Gotcha Racing. This is Joe Britt. Hey, welcome race fans to another edition of Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV with me, your host, Joe Britt, coming to you live and personal and in full and in living color from Studio B, transmitting our signal over to headquarters, which is KCAA Talk Radio in Redlands, California, via Skype. Hope you enjoy our great studio. We're getting it together. Still got some bugs we're working out, but nevertheless, we're putting on a great show for you today. I am under the weather, folks. I have been under the weather for the past 3 weeks now, but I've been faking it, put on a good show. My eyes are bloodshot red. That's why I got these shades on. But nevertheless, I might take them off later. Hopefully they'll clear up. I'm sucking on a lozenge right now. Got the flu, so I'm not shaking that many hands nowadays. I'm doing all the pump, the fist pump, you know, and a lot of folks are wondering how come you're doing that, because normally when I shake, I put the big and hard shake on folks to let you know that I am a real man coming to you as a real person, and this is what we do in life. But nevertheless, let me digress a little bit, and hopefully these coughing episodes won't flare up. Hopefully I can fake right through it. Let me give my open, like I always, okay? I come to you a humble man. I come to you a humble man that is a reflection of God's grace and greatness. A humble man that is standing on shoulders of ancestors. Hello, America. Look alive, California. Wake up, San Bernardino. Stand up and be counted in an empire, for this is your host, Joe Britt, coming to you loud, clear, and strong from the desert to the sea, broadcasting on a powerful KCAA radio by way of Studio B and in Southern California. You know what? This weather today I hate it. I hate this weather. And I hate it because it's cold. It's rainy, and I don't do so well in the cold, and I really don't do so well in the rain. I'm a typical Californian, you know. We want to have sunshine. We want to have, so we can go up in the mountains in the mornings and go to the lakes or to the ocean in the afternoon and enjoy our great weather. Well, for the past 2 weeks or so, this has been an on and off fiasco. I say this, but you know something? Oh, let me take these glasses off. We really do need the rain here in California. We really do. And so that's what we're getting. Hopefully we can replenish some of the snow level that we used to have, because the snow turns into water. Water turns and goes into the vegetables. And hopefully we won't lose too much of it going back to the ocean. But nevertheless, we're still here in the command seat, and we are going to try to bring you a great show today. Today is NASCAR weekend, folks, and we have been very, 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 very busy, and that's probably why I am under the weather, because I haven't had a chance to let my body recover and just relax. Excuse me, and just relax and take my vitamins and whatnot. But I've been constantly moving every day. And in this weather, it's not the greatest. So this weekend is NASCAR weekend. It started Thursday when all the teams and the trucks came in. We were there. It got so cold, I had to leave. They meaning the track, AAA Club Speedway, what they do right before a NASCAR event, they have all the trucks caravan around the track, which is a sight to see, I tell you. From the major stars to the stars that are at the back of the pack. All their drivers get a chance to show and shine, and it's a really cool event. And what leads the pack is a Woody. And yeah, I got photos of the Woody, but I'm not gonna put it on. Anyway, so I was out there, and it started to get very, very cold. Like to me, in the 50s, skating around 49, and it was time for me to go. I'm not gonna get that sick. But anyway, we're gonna try to go back out today and catch some of the practicing for the big race tomorrow. Now, what I'm wearing here, see that? I am, these are my credentials for the track. All right. What this one says that Gotcha Racing can go to in the pits, in the garages, and talk and communicate with anybody who's there. We have worked very hard to get these credentials, and my team members have this, the credentials. This is for seating. So we're very happy that we have a good relationship with AAA Club Auto Speedway in Fontana, California, along with the other tracks that we do associate with on the West Coast, which would be Phoenix, and then Las Vegas, the bigger tracks in NASCAR, the run on. But nevertheless, we having a great time. It's just that, you know what? I don't do too well when I'm cold, when I'm sick. That's why I'm always extending the hand out to you, the great listeners of Gotcha Racing TV, Gotcha Racing Live, to do what I do. And if I can get you to go out and enjoy yourself and bring a story back to me, to the table here that we can produce and put on our show, it's a win-win and a plus for everybody. What happens is the promoters of the tracks and the drivers and the team owners and the sponsors, they need us. They need the media to get out and tell the story to the other folks that just can't make it to the tracks. And that's what we're here for. So we've been doing this for 17 years, and really, it's starting to pay off. So let me tell you what we did, what has happened within the past 3 weeks with Gotcha Racing TV, Gotcha Racing Live. We were able to have a lunch and a sit down with KCAA number 19. He's racing this weekend. He's a NASCAR driver. And I was joking with him. He looks awfully young, but he is not young, man. He's in his late 30s. And I was surprised that he was, I said, Casey, what are you eating, man? You know? And he says, I eat everything in the book. So I said, well, somebody needs to dissect you, man, because whatever formula you have inside of you, I know people just are dying and yearning to find out what the chemistry is inside of you that make you look so young. But anyway, we had a good time with him at lunch in Victoria Gardens, and that's in Rancho Cucamonga. And let's see, after that we were, Lucas Oil. We did an event for Lucas Oil, what do you call it? My mind is going. A red carpet event for a movie called Dirt. Okay. So here's some of the cast members. Let's see if I can get this thing to show up. Okay. There's some of the cast members. So you see the guy to the far right. That's Kevin Dillon. The star of the show was the African American kid right in the center, and the story was based around him. Now, as the story goes, this kid was he's a car booster, okay, and he did that to take care of his little daughter because he was not daughter but his sister, and then they found him. And he turned out to be one heck of a dirt driver, and that's how the story goes. So it was very successful. And Carl, one of the professional dirt drivers that we have been connected with for the past ooh, man, since '07. He was doing all the driving, the stunt driving, and interesting. When I saw Carl at the event, I asked him. I said, "Dude, I interviewed you last when you won everything. 1 year he won completely everything for dirt and racing." And he says, "Yeah, I remember that. It's back in '07. I had forgotten the year." And to show you how long we've been in the hunt and doing things in the form of media representation. So we have been really out there doing our thing, okay? And that was a great event. Dirt is coming to you either via Netflix or it's coming to you via the internet. And I think that's how they're going to distribute it right now. And that's what I was told on that particular night. But it's a great movie, man. It's a great movie. And if you have seen the trailers on it, trailers are pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyway, we had a chance to do the red carpet, and that was great. If I can ever, I might just show you if I can pop it up a little bit later without screwing up something, how I looked on the red carpet. I look completely different. You would probably never even know me. So if you want to call in to me here, that number would be this. Okay, that's our studio number. So 909-792-5222. 5222. Yeah. So later in the broadcast, if you can remember, guys, I introduced the Oracle. You say, what the heck is the Oracle? Well, this young lady, she was from Mississippi. Now she lives in California. She has a tremendous gift, okay? And she could tell you pretty much what's going on in your life, your future, and things about you that only you would know, okay? And I say this very cautiously because I didn't believe it, I mean, I've had psychics to talk to me before, and and I don't give them anything to go by. I don't. I have my poker face on, right? And she told me some things about, excuse me, about me that no one knew, and then she told me about future happenings that have since passed. Between me meeting her and now, and I'd be doggone if they didn't come true, So she has a tremendous ability, but so we're going to add her into our show every other week. So for you racers, for you guys who want to know what's going on in your life, you want to know what's going on with you, you can call in, and we'll give you 2 minutes of it with her. But hear me out. This is for, and I have to say this is for entertainment purposes only, okay? I'll say it again. It's for entertainment purposes only, right? I'll say it again. Entertainment purposes only. Why do you say that, Joe? Well, let's say if she says she has a real good vibe from you and you guys are really clicking, on the phone. And she says, this is going to happen to you, expect it. You get so enthused about it, you go out and quit your job. You waiting on this big ham sandwich, or you waiting on this big package to come your way. And more likely it will. But I wouldn't quit my day job. You gonna hear what I'm saying? I will not quit my day job. No. If it comes, it's a blessing. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. But I tell you, for me, she's been right on the money. And how can I say this? You just have to experience her. And she tells me this: if you call in with an attitude, she can't help you. Because for some reason she has to get in your soul. That's weird, but get in your soul, and by way of the telephone, like she did me when I first met her. Heck, she was in Mississippi. Here I am in California, and she told me things about me and about my business that has been right on the money. But nevertheless, it's for entertainment purposes only. Okay. That's all I can tell you. Don't put the bank on it. Just have fun with it, roll with it, and see what she can tell you about your life. So that's going to be at the end of our show, about 10 minutes before we get off the air, which is about 11:50. Okay, so that number is right there on the screen: 909-792-5222. Now, we also would like for you, our great listeners of Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV, to call me here in studio and tell me what's going on out there, because I can't be everywhere. There's a lot of different shows that are popping up, and there's only one of me. Now, we have correspondents throughout the world, but here in Southern California, or maybe back east, well, back east is covered in snow, but nevertheless, but for the states that are not under siege by snow or rain, more likely they would have car shows or drag meets or drifting events. And since we cannot be everywhere at the same time, I'm asking you to call me, and let me set you up with credentials, okay? So you can get into these venues and you can do reporting as a correspondent for Gotcha Racing TV, Gotcha Racing Live. And we would really, really, really appreciate it, because we are growing, but we are growing to serve you better. We're growing to show you what we can do as a community of racers and thinkers. So it's just not me. I am the mouthpiece. I am the guy at the helm, but we have a lot of folks in the back of us that are working to put this show on, and we're kind of happy about it. But nevertheless, we do need more. And let me give you a hint. We could be going to cable TV pretty doggone soon. So, and I tell you, I cannot do it all myself. I need you to call in and help me do this, help me do that. We had a picture of a young lady, beautiful model, and I can't get to it. Yeah. Anyway, I'll probably show that next week. So we call her the model of the month. Excuse me, really beautiful model. And hopefully she's listening. But I'm not gonna say her name right now. I'll have it come on next weekend when we are. When I'm through with this cold and I can think properly and my team can do what I want them to do, and we can go forward with that. Now, so let me give you some information. All right. You saw the number on the screen. You want to call us and talk to us, that's fine. We can be seen, or you can contact us through Facebook, okay, under grtv.media or Gotcha Racing. Our website is gotcharacing.com or gotcharacingtv.com. Either way, it will go right to our website. If you want to submit videos, you can. If you want to submit photos of cars, you can. If you want to submit photos of models, you can. We scrutinize these very well. And what we do, if you try to slip one in on us, something that's like kind of porno or something like that, no, it won't make it. It will not make it, folks. We're having a great time. Well, look what happens here. One of our correspondents. I didn't think he was going to call in today, but I guess he's on the line. So what time is it? I tell you what, Carlos, let's go to a commercial break, and then once we're back from the break, we'll talk with Chris, our road warrior. He represents the motorcycle community here in Southern California, and he's my go-to guy when it comes to information on bikes. So, Carlos, if you don't mind, let's go to a commercial break and pay for some of these little bills that we have, and then, folks, we'll be right back. This is Joe Britt from Studio B, Rialto, California. Broadcasting on 106.5, 102.3, 1050 AM. We shall be right back. Go ahead, Carlos.
Sie hören jetzt Gotcha Racing live mit Ihrem Gastgeber Joe Britt.
U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is loaded with 15 acres of used, salvaged, and rebuilt parts for your car or truck. Sure, you could go to any wrecking yard, but U&I has what it takes. Expertise, high-quality products, and the finest customer service you'll receive anywhere. U&I makes custom drive shafts, furnishes full warranties on all their parts, and keeps up on industry changes. Call 909-888-6841. You'll be impressed by the fast and friendly response from the U&I skilled staff. You can also go to the Contact Us page and request a part. U&I hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till 3. U&I Auto Truck Parts and Wrecking is located at 1435 West Rialto Avenue in San Bernardino. Check out the U&I webpage at the letter U, the letter I, autoparts.com, or call 909-888-6841. 909-888-6841. Oh, no!
Don't worry about a thing, pretty lady. You're in good hands with J&K Auto Body Paint and Repair. J&K Auto Body has been serving the Rialto area for years and are considered to be one of the oldest and the best auto body shops in town. The right people with the right tools and the right experience that can give you the service and the quality that you expect. 24 hours, 7-day-a-week towing is available. That's J&K Auto Body, 241 South Palm Avenue, Rialto, California, across the street from the Metrolink station. Call us at 909-875-0400, 909-875-0400. That's 909-875-0400.
شما در حال گوش دادن به برنامه گاچن ریسینگ هستی با صدای جو برید.
All right, that's my cue to get my butt together and stop sucking on this lozenger. But I'm gonna have to, or either that, I'm gonna freeze up on it. And that's for doggone sure. We have our correspondent Chris, the Road Warrior. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, hey, let me unmute my phone. Hey, how you doing, Joe?
You know what, man? I always say I'm above ground, which I am, but I can't kick this flu, man. Sometimes the days are I'm good, I got energy, and then all of a sudden, boom, it hits me, and I'm in the doghouse again. I'm dragging my behind, man. But nevertheless, we're still putting on a show and giving people what they need and what we feel that they desire. How you been in the motorcycle world? What you got today, man?
Hey, doing okay, and good luck with the health there. It just from what I understand, just hold on for a little while. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're sounding better than last time.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Before we get started, what are you doing today? I mean, if I gave you my credentials, could you get to the track and get some photos?
No, probably not.
Can't say I didn't offer it to you. Okay, so what's up? What you got?
Well, I do appreciate that, but yeah, it's hard to say. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day, first off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a green day, definitely. Yeah, so, hey, what I've got is, St. Patrick's Day is a day that's kind of the gateway to spring, right up there with Easter. Everybody thinks of Easter as being spring. I think of St. Patrick's Day as, this is the getting ready, kind of like a weekend warm-up of Thursdays, So, spring cleaning, we're all about getting our houses all cleaned up, and, this time of year, everybody's deep cleaning their house. Well, we need to also remember to deep clean our vehicles, particularly our motorcycles. This is the time when everybody does their weekend, polish down, wipe down, let's wash it up and stuff. But sometimes overlook, the deep cleaning. There's some guys out there that know what I'm talking about. And if it's the only time of year you do it, it can pay off. One of our biggest assets in maintaining our motorcycles is our eyes. And, not just on appearance sake, but get down underneath and in between the shift levers and the brake levers break out the old toothbrush, not the one you're using now. Make sure you get an old one, and get all the crud, knocked out from underneath all your moving parts, and not to mention just the stuff to help shine it up, but get into the stuff that you don't see normally. And what this will do is it'll allow you to get first off a very deep inspection of your bike. If there's anything that's loose, anything that might have fallen off during the past season of riding, overflow tubes, any little nuts or bolts that might have just decided to jump off somewhere along the line, these can make the difference in a safe ride and maintaining the operation of your bike. All of a sudden, you might have a pipe that starts sounding loud, and it could have been prevented if you had, noticed that tucked away ring or nut, had come loose. It's the time to get those inspections done. So get out your favorite cleaners, and not just your waxes and washes, but stuff that will actually break any tar or buildup or grease buildup from the roadways. Your bike doesn't have to leak to get messy underneath. There's plenty of stuff on the road that loves to stick to the workings of your motorcycle. The engine, you can clean it off. It'll stay cooler, it'll perform better, it'll last longer. All these little details. This is the time to do the detail of the whole machine. Get into the nooks and crannies, places you normally don't see, places that nobody else will see, hopefully. But do go through it methodically, front to back, top to bottom, rear to front, whatever works best for you, and get the inspection done and the cleanup done, and then you'll have a nice, safe riding season, and then you can do your weekend polishes and wash downs and such, and know that you got the nitty-gritty stuff taken care of.
Well, this is a season to do that with the rain and whatnot. So that would be good advice for those who are so inclined to keep their bike looking top-notch, and to do the little simple details that you have mentioned. That's good advice, man. And you might find something that, like you said, that you're missing, something popped off or whatever, that could be crucial to your ridings down the road. That's good information. Yeah. But then you kind of wonder how many rascals are willing to do that. We just want to ride, man. Get on that pocket rocket, and just go through the lanes and don't worry about nothing. And then when all hell breaks loose, maybe I should have done that in my downtime.
Yep, that's a fact. So this is the one time. We're starting to get some more some days back now. I know here in California we're kind of getting into a late winter, and you'll go, you know what? I'm going to wait until it stops raining. Well, that could be June out here. So
yeah, with our crazy weather, man. One other thing I'd like to thank you for that information. What gets me, man? I've seen almost 3 accidents within the past 2 weeks of young guys throwing pocket rockets. Not the guys with the Harleys, not the guys with the bigger bikes that are riding the white line, the speed lane to the HOV lane,
Right.
And some of these guys, I can't believe the speed that they're going, man. And we're doing, sometimes we're doing 65, maybe 70, and I swear, man, these guys are blowing by us, riding that white line at about 75 or 80. All it would take is a grandma or a gray hair person to make that one move to the right without looking, and guess what? Somebody's going to be chop suey. And I hope I never see that, man. So I'm hoping you guys that are riding that white line at tremendous speed, slow it down, man. Slow it down. And be careful. You have to ride defensively. because no one's looking out for your butt, right? Some of us do. We can see you coming up. I know I keep an eye in my rear view, or I keep an eye in my left mirror if I'm in the HOV lane, or if I'm in the fast lane. It's the left mirror in the fast lane, and the HOV for the right. But nevertheless, you got to be very careful because not everybody's like me. I mean, I'll move over a little bit, and then some of the guys who are veterans, when I move over a scotch and give them room, they give me thumbs up, like thank you very much. But the youngsters, they could give a rat's tail about me scooching over. They just want to roll. And man, I'm gonna hate to see an accident because you're gonna be hit by more than just one car when you go down, and that's a given. That's a given. But nevertheless, that's only my observation.
Well, it's like being a billiard ball, once that happens. And as you know, you were with me, even us veterans who ride make mistakes and miss the bikes. Sometimes, we will lose them in the lights or in the sun or whatever, and we'll make that mistake. And if you are blasting up between the cars at a high rate of speed, you're going to pay the price, not the guy in the car, in regards to that mistake. And also keep in mind that we do have laws out there now that regulate, how fast we're going in between cars. 10 miles, 15 miles over the speed limit, over the speed of the traffic, up to 50 miles per hour. After that, you should be blending back into the traffic. That's the safe way to do it. That's the legal way to do it here in California. And you got to keep those in mind. Vigilance, defensive driving, the last thing they always say is, I never saw him. Ride like you're a ghost. And that's very good advice, Joe. Thank you very much for pointing that out today.
Either that or you better have some doggone ninja skills, man. But nevertheless, hey, thanks, man. Thanks for calling in. The show must continue. I'm not doing too bad. Coughing hasn't taken over and made me go somewhere else to spread out, whatever. But nevertheless, we're not doing too bad. We've gone a half an hour without me barfing up everything, so I'm kind of happy about that. Hey, Chris, thanks for calling in, buddy. And
hey, you're welcome. Thanks for having me again.
Now, today I might even go out to the track today for a half a second. Tomorrow is full race day, so I'll be out there for sure. But nevertheless, I got credentials. You want to go out there for half a second, take some photos, let me know what you got going on for this afternoon. All right, guys, thanks a lot. We're going to continue with our great show. Thank you, Chris. Talk to you soon, man.
Talk to you later. Enjoy the ride. Bye-bye.
All right. Okay, so, folks, we've been shooting MPMC. And MPMC is put on by SEMA. And what that is they get the media with the manufacturers for a 30-minute, I call it speed dating. And as a media person, I'm supposed to get all the particulars out of the manufacturer and give it to you, the great listeners of Gotcha Racing. Now, I think I have been the only radio guy there for the past 3 years. Most of the guys are magazines. Not most of them. All of them are magazines, or they're what are they? Yeah, they're magazine people. Yeah, they're magazine people. There might be one or two podcast guys there, but a live show like ours, I'm the only guy doing it. Nevertheless, we have a file that I wanted to put on, and it's with the tire company called Falcon. So you guys know these guys. I mean, they've been around for a long time. So without further ado, my guy Carlos, let's go ahead and load that file up and give the people what they need to hear.
Hey, folks. So, here I am, still at the MPMC, and this is a Tuesday afternoon, and I see a lot of manufacturers today on my speed dating, as I call it. 30 minutes of speed dating with manufacturers of all different sorts, okay? And we have come across this company once before, and I know you've heard the conversation we've had with them, but nevertheless, just like we grow, they have grown. And not only have they have grown, but they have decided, and I should not decide it, they're here in American soil. They're feeding the Americans. Now, you guys know how I feel about companies
that are staying in California or that are staying in the U.S. and producing their goods, their quality goods, with the workmanship that we have here in America. Now, I'm not going to put down the guys that go to Taiwan and Indonesia, but outside this country. But you know something? America has to be first. Now, I'm talking to you guys. You've heard this time and time again, but I have to express my opinion, right? It has to be made in America to feed our families here. And so when it comes to speaking with an American-made company, an American-born company that is feeding American men and women, I always have to bow down and give them props. Now, I say props, but that's the urban colloquialism language that I'm speaking. But you know what I'm talking about. And it's a real pleasure to speak with this company and this primary of this particular company that you've heard before. These guys, they make a tremendous product. Okay, the company's called Messier Enterprises. And they're in the San Diego area. Okay? These guys have over 55 guys, about 55 guys, men and women, working for them. They build custom starters, custom pumps, and I tell you, the workmanship is off the bloody chain. I tell you, I'm looking at a whole set right now. But further, let's get with one of the primaries here. Don, this is your company, family company. How are you doing, man?
Doing great. We couldn't be happier being here at the MPMC conference. This is a fantastic venue for us. We get to come here and interact with other gearheads, and this is the fun stuff for us.
How long has your company been around?
Messier Enterprises was actually started in about 1980. My father started the company. It was a general fabricating, welding, race car fabrication, and trailer repair type of business. My brothers and I grew up working on cars, working on trailers, and learning how to make things, you know.
From trailers to custom starters and pumps. How'd you make that transition?
Well, we got our first CNC lathe back in 1986 with the intention of starting our own product line. My brother Mike was going to school to learn how to run those machines, and Dad wanted to kind of invest in Messier Enterprises and try to break open some different markets for us. And boy, that first lathe was a real learning curve. Took us a while to figure out how to be effective at manufacturing, but just worked really hard and got through that learning curve.
During that learning curve on that first CNC machine, I'm wondering how much product did you actually get rid of?
There were some miscues, but you know, for the most part, you start with baby steps, and you make the parts that you're capable of making, and then you expand your capacity, and pretty soon you can make complete starters with gears and all the different disciplines that it takes to make a more complex product.
So from that to what I'm looking at now, from baby steps to you guys are running marathons, man, and not only are you running marathons, but hell, you're in the top 10.
It's just so much fun to go to work and apply the creativity that we each have, myself and my two brothers, to apply that creativity to the racing industry. We have always loved motorsports, so it doesn't feel like we're running a marathon. It feels like we're doing something we're passionate about, and it's easy to do when you love what you do.
Fantastic. So I'm looking at starters here, and these are well-built looking starters, people. We're going to have one of our guys take some photos so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Give me not the history, but why did they make the damn thing so nice?
Well, the real value of our starters, we believe, is on the inside, the way it performs, the robust design inside. But if somebody pays top dollar for that design but pulls it out of the box and it doesn't look like $1 million, then we don't feel like we've done our job well. They need to know that we have put quality inside and out. They are billet aluminum on the outside with a nice machine finish where all the edges match and are chamfered. But on the inside, you will find the same level of quality. The armature shaft that we replace with very tough alloy steels, the drive that we make custom for these starters, the desire to make the very best in the industry. It shows on the outside, but it carries through on the inside as well.
Really nice, really nice. So, who is staying up late nights in your factory getting all this together on paper?
We have a tremendous crew. We really are so thankful for all the men and women who are helping us at the shop. The Messier crew is just outstanding, and we appreciate each one of them. We have a number of guys that have been on third shift for a while, staying up late to produce the parts. My brothers and I have pulled some real late nights getting the business end of it done. My brother Dave does all the engineering. He's a degreed mechanical engineer and just one of those guys that's relentless about design. He wants it to be clearly superior before we release it. Mike does all the administrative stuff and keeps the business humming, all the manufacturing control and all of that. I stay up late sometimes doing advertising and getting us ready to go to trade shows and in conferences like this. There's no lack of energy expended to keep Messier Enterprises successful, but we're just so thankful for the team that we've assembled and for all of our customers who believe in our products.
How vast is your product line?
Our new catalog is out, and it is 86 pages of Messier pumps and starters and flex plates, cooling system accessories, and other parts for cars like bottle clamps and threaded tube ends. This catalog is available free to anyone who will send us an email. Just email Messier@Messier.com and request a catalog, and we'll be happy to send one out. We love to get these things into the hands of people who love automotive industry and who have automotive interests.
I need you to spell that. Okay, I need to spell that. So go ahead.
Absolutely. That's Messier, Mezziere, at Messier.com.
Great, great. So what's your top sellers would be what? Now, not only that, but the applications for these, they vary from, is it only for the newer cars or the older cars? Where are we at on this, application-wise?
Okay.
Starters.
Okay. In terms of starters, the applications most common are for Chevrolet and Ford and Mopar engines. We find that our customer typically has a very high-end, high-compression engine. So we focus in on the engines that are tough to start, like 450 cubic inches up to 750 or even 800 or 900 cubic inches. Those engines have a lot of compression and are difficult to turn over. That's where our starters really shine. If you have a blown application that can add additional rotating resistance, our starters do very well in that application as well. So domestic American engines, the Chevrolets, the General Motors LS engines, very common, very popular for aftermarket race vehicles and show vehicles. So GM and Ford and Chevrolet and Mopar, all of those are really our core customer.
Now, you said something a little while ago, a couple of seconds ago, about hard to start motors, like 700 horsepower motors, kind of hard to start, some of them. With your starters, and they have the guts to do it inside, internally, do I have to put two batteries at 24 volts on this, or will it just take a 12-volt battery?
Our starters perform very well on 12-volt battery systems. There's no problem there. One thing that we do see is that a lot of the wiring is problematic in vehicles sometimes. The cables are not sized correctly. The activation side with the starter, starter switch button and neutral safety switches, sometimes those components are not rated high enough to pass the electricity that the starter wants. So Many of our technical calls that we receive at the shop involve investigating the customer's wiring scheme and helping them to straighten out those types of issues on their cars.
This gets very scientific, you know, but I can see the work here. All right, now we'll jump from starters to pumps. You're also doing water pumps, I think.
We do. We are best known for electric water pumps. We started manufacturing those in 1995. Started with a big block Chevy water pump for drag race applications, and through a series of innovations, we found that we could build pumps that were highly suitable for street vehicles. We do several applications for street-driven vehicles where you would remove a mechanical pump and put on an electric pump and gain better low-speed cooling, gain some horsepower. And so we have a wide variety of electric pumps, probably like 45 or 50 different applications that we cover.
I'm putting together a car. I designed an automobile. Designed it back in '99. It's called the Stallion GT1. However, I'm working on the second generation gas, and I think we're going to just put I have a motor at the house, which is a 305 TPI motor. Then I want to build up. Okay, come on, the old Trans Ams, right? And I'm wondering, would it be overkill to put one of your starters on that unit?
It would work very well. The starter would work excellent for you. We try to provide a product that will be trouble-free when you bolt it on there and get the wiring correct. It's just going to be something that you know is going to work when you hit the key, and I think it would work very well for you.
And your electric water pump, is that what I'm looking at there? They're right in the middle?
Yeah, on the back side of the,
on the back side.
on the back side of the table. Yes, that's one of our electric water pumps there. That wouldn't be quite the right one for your TPI engine, but we certainly do make one for that application as well.
Well, that's interesting, man. I'm more likely will be knocking on your door because that particular car, we want to get ready for SEMA coming up. And it looks like if I can get the parts from you, hell, I'm pretty much almost there. So, but I'm happy to know you. I'm not coming begging, okay? I'm not coming begging to you, but we will pay a fair market price for it, whatever that is, because I think this. When I say this, you guys, I'm looking at the starter and I'm looking at the water pump, and I think that would be good for me to put in the Stallion GT1 mid-engine that we're working on. What are the other good surprises you got? Well, hold on a minute. As I pick up this flywheel. Beautiful. Tell me about this.
Yes, this is one of our product lines, is a billet flex plate. It's the plate that connects the crankshaft to the torque converter, and we have several different designs that we manufacture. All of our designs are one piece. That is, the gears are machined right onto the plate. It's not a welded design, and that makes for a very strong gear. Also a very precise gear. There's no run out, so it runs very concentric. And the teeth are typically 50 to 70% stronger than any other plate you can buy. So again, this is just a very high-end racing product that we feel is an important safety and reliability advancement.
Well, good for you. Well, you hear that ring in the background, guys? That's my my call to say that the date is over successfully. I think we've done a real good job with Don here, one of the primaries of this particular company, and I'm happy to interview him for the second time around because, you know, like, as I said, the quality is on point. I'm looking at it, and it's really nice. It looks like $1 million worth of starter. That's why I'm wondering if I can afford it or not. But nevertheless, good quality. He's feeding the American guys in California, in the San Diego area. Give us a number again where we can get that catalog or our website.
Sure. The website is Meziere.com. That's MEZIERE.com. You can email me at Meziere@Meziere.com, and we'll be happy to send a catalog out to you. If you're in the San Diego area, we are right off the 15 freeway. Come and see us.
All right, folks. So when you do email Don, You tell them Big Joe sent you from Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV. Hey, this is Joe Britt, Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV. We will continue our journey today and do a little bit more speed dating. And hey, I'll catch you on the flip side. This is Joe Britt, and we're out.
All right, folks. So that was Monsieur, and of course I said Falcon, but nevertheless, we do have that file, and we'll more likely play it next week. Well, for right now, all right, folks, for entertainment purposes only, we have our Oracle, and I call her Miss Linda, the Oracle. And no, she wants me to just call her Linda, but I like that Miss Linda. It gives us more of an exotic sound. Miss Linda, the Oracle. How you doing, Linda?
I'm doing fine. What about you?
You know what? I'm above ground. I'm blessed, but I do have a cold. I'm trying to work with it right now, and this weather's not. It's relentless. It won't let me kick it, but nevertheless, I'm talking to you, so I'm okay. What's going on in your life right now?
Oh, nothing. I told you I was going to bring you some rain, so I delivered.
So what she's talking about, folks. So now she just got here from Mississippi, okay? And when I talked to her via phone, she says, I'm going to bring you snow and rain. And I said, no, you can keep it there. And I'll be doggone if she didn't bring it. So you could have kept that. You could have left that in Mississippi. But nevertheless, you did say you're going to bring it, and here it is. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I do for my friends, see?
Oh. Yeah. Look, I bet you won't be invited to any dinner parties, huh?
No. No, I won't. No. But that'd be okay. I can always, think about what I could have ate if I was invited.
Okay. So, tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you had this gift of yours?
Ever since I was 5 years old.
And you say 5. I mean, what was traumatic that made you understand that you're a little bit special more than most?
Okay. The only thing I can tell you is that what I knew, like, when I was little, I could tell my mother when something had happened. We live here in California, so if something like a death or something happened in Mississippi, I would tell my mother to get ready because someone was going to call and tell her that something had happened. And she would look at me like I was strange. And while I was telling her that, then the phone would ring. Somebody would be on the phone calling and tell her that maybe an uncle had passed or something like that. So after so long, she would tell me, just be quiet, don't say nothing. But I would always come up with something to tell.
But tell me something. When you have your sights, your vision, is it in color? Is it black and white? And how does it come to you?
Most of the time, it just comes. It's like, you know how you can watch TV? You know how you watch some TV and it being like slow motion? You have to wait until that little episode goes by and then another episode come in.
Mm-hmm.
With me, it's different. With me, it's like a TV, but I'm constantly seeing things. It's like it's moving so fast. I won't see who the person is, but I will know something about the person. Like I can tell the color of the person, what the color the person has on, or something that they might be standing by, or something in the house. I'll say, okay, let me find something in your house to see if this is the right house I'm in. So I'll point out little things like that.
Wow. I know you did something in my house with me, and you were in Mississippi, but you described to me a cologne that I like to wear, and I've been getting compliments on that was given to me by one of my sons. And you described it. Now you're in Mississippi, and we were on the phone, and you described it as it was, black with a logo, a maroon logo, and that's what got me, and that's why we are continually talking, because I believe you are legit. I'm going to give you a little bit more time, not today, because I'm going to promote this a little bit more on my site. Okay. And hopefully you can help the community that's listening to us here at Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV. And we're almost out of time, but folks, this is for entertainment purposes only, okay? If she says something to you, I don't want you to go out and quit your day job, all right? But she's pretty much right on the money as far as I'm concerned. And I just want to introduce her to the crowd. Today, in a couple of weeks, we'll have her promo, and we'll do it up correctly. But nevertheless, Linda, I know it was only a couple of seconds, but I want to thank you for your time, and thank you for being you. And God bless you, and I'll be talking with you soon. All right, folks, this is Joe Britton. We're out of here.
Sweet 16 bound. This is Maria Marino, NCAA men's basketball tournament action. A number 1 seed rolls.
The crowd behind the Villanova bench rising as one. The number 1 seed in the East flexes their muscle here in Pittsburgh. All the ghosts have been exercised, and Villanova is on the way to the Sweet 16. A dominant 81-58 win over Alabama here in Pittsburgh.
Call courtesy of Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. Mikal Bridges